Jonathan, TrekkSoft sounds like a real adventure for you over the last decade or so.
It has. It's been a great adventure. It's been quite an experience for a raft guide to go from 100 days a year sleeping under the stars to a tech startup in the travel industry. But it's been a fun journey so far.
Because of your background involvement in trekking business, in student youth, travel and tourism, you found certain needs in terms of technology for managing those type of things, and then into what you call in-destination experiences.
Yes.
So if you could take that story further about TrekkSoft, please.
Sure. I mean, originally, early on in TrekkSoft, we had a need in two of our own companies. One was a day tour adventure operator called Outdoor Interlaken in Switzerland that did a lot of adventure sports and day experiences. The other was a multi-day student tour operator traveling around Europe who was upselling in-destination experiences. They both needed a technology to sell online, and there was nothing available at the time that met our needs. So we started to build it ourselves. Quite quickly realized the scope of the project was a bit bigger than what two companies should finance. And also there was a need for it in the market. The tour and activity in destination segment is about a $129 billion market globally with very limited solutions. So that's when we founded TrekkSoft, and I moved my day seat from the back of a raft into an office desk and a computer.
Define activities at a destination for me, please.
Anything you do, I mean, when people travel, they don't travel to ride in airplanes and sit in hotels, they travel to experience things and do things. And so whether that's a walking tour, a food tour, skydiving, rafting, biking tour, an attraction, a museum, all the things you do to...
Including your standard half-day, full-day sightseeing.
Sightseeing tours, exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So these are the people who have been licensing the TrekkSoft software for managing their products, pricing, inventory if applicable, and to put it online for the consumers to purchase as well as B2B?
Exactly. I mean, the industry right now, everybody knows it's shifting online. Flights made the shift online, accommodation made the shift online, tours and activities and experiences is still in the Stone Age. Most suppliers are running running their companies from Excel, whiteboards, pen and paper, fax. But the user expectation has changed. If you're in Paris looking for something to do, and you're waiting in line for the Louvre and the line's too long, and you want to be able to look on your phone and book something else now and not wait for somebody to send a fax and an email and a confirmation. In order for that change to take place, the suppliers need to evolve and begin using a technology solution where they can, first and most important, sell directly, because their direct channels are critical. That's holy ground. We don't want to interrupt in that. But at the same time, offer their real-time inventory to OTAs to resell, to incoming tour operators to resell, and if they're smart, to partner with other experiences to cross-sell the products.
How is your model different than, say, Viator, that many people listening right now may be familiar with?
Viator is an OTA. They're an online travel agent specializing in a great user experience for experiences. They're B2C. They're selling to the consumers who are looking for inspiration and looking for something to do. We're the background plumbing that allows Viator to get access to that real inventory. So we consider Viator a very important partner. They're driving from the consumer side, and we're helping them get the supply by uploading products into the system.
And the destination management organizations, the tourist offices, the convention and visitors bureaus, that's one of your target markets, yes?
Yes.
For this. And how would they use this?
Destination management organizations are also in a transition period right now where before they're heavily focused on accommodation and in some cases driving direct bookings for accommodation. Now they're competing against the OTAs who have more funding, they're more agile, they're more powerful in certain areas. But when it comes to booking things to do, the suppliers aren't there yet for the tours and activities, and the DMOs are best positioned to help lift them up, educate their local regions, make sure that new products are conceptualized from a digital-first perspective, and that their suppliers follow best e-commerce techniques. So if a DMO helps lift up the suppliers, gets all those suppliers' inventory online, they can create an amazing user experience on their website, which isn't available anywhere else, because they know the region, they know the products, they know the really special things, and they can complete the circle on the booking and the live.
In many ways, the DMO will be your partner.
They should be our partner. And we look at them as partners, and it's a joint project in lifting up the suppliers and helping the suppliers in the industry.
Your website for TrekkSoft is?
www.trekksoft.com.
Trek with 2 Ks.
With 2 Ks, that's correct.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Pleasure.